Hello everyone and welcome to unit number 8. We're about to finish this course. So now we're going to add some specific tasks that you must do. For example, don't forget doing your flip grids and all the activities and assignments that have been scheduled for these days. Alright guys, so thanks for your supporting again. So here we are with unit number 8. We have putting the mind to work says. So right here we have per word, how much creativity do you think this job require? No. So for the next flip grid that we will be presenting for this unit, I want you to describe me, according to you, which of these professions do you consider that require more creativity, or you can even talk other kind of professions that are not here. So well, we're gonna continue today to find out and talk about the clauses. So during the course, we have seen different types of clauses, but what is a clause? What is the definition of a clause? So we're gonna come up this video to the the real definition about a clause. All right. Well, according to Grammar Monster says, and what we have seen during this course, a clause it's a group of words that functions as one part of speech that includes subjects and a verb. Basically, in English and other languages, they are compound with a subject and verb. There could be some languages that don't require a subject. For example, in Spanish, subject can be omitted, but in other languages, not. In this case, we're gonna talk about English. So we have different types of clauses. You have a clause functioning as an adjective, and we have a clause functioning as a noun, and a clause functioning as an adverb. So we have here a couple of examples that I will invite you to join to this site. It's actually very accurate. We're gonna add it in our favorites, and we're gonna make the promotion of this site, of course. No. Grammarmonster.com offers here an explanation that's easier to understand. Well, look to the examples here. This is a little parenthesis about the unit 8. This is a little parenthesis. We have my friend who has autism is brilliant at quizzes. So the subject is who. That's my relative clause. And then the verb is has. And then we have the adjective. That's an autism. So proof it's an adjective. My autistic friend is brilliant at quizzes. Then a clause functioning as a noun. I cannot remember what happened last night. So now we have the proof that it's a noun. I cannot remember a thing. So what happened? What happened? That's the thing here. And then the number 3, we have a clause functioning as an adverb. He put on weight when he stopped running. So there, stop, this verb, and then he put on weight quickly. So he put on the weight. That's like make it faster. So it's working. Remember, the adverbs, they function to modify verbs or adjectives. In this case, it's like the manner of how he did this thing. And the adjective, remember, that describes the noun or the subject. And a clause functioning as a noun, in this case, it's the real subject in this one. So in sentences, the clauses are sentences, like sentences like we have been working with, like the ones we have been working with, like the simple present, the past simple, but now they are attached to other sentences to complement other sentences. That's a clause. You see, you have a verb and subject. And now we look to this course, well, this unit number 8, reduce relative clauses. What are the rules that are required to reduce the relative clauses? Remember the previous units, there was a reduction when the subject or you were talking about the same person. There could be a reduction of the relative pronoun. So now we will see in unit number 8 something similar. But first, before getting to the activity, we will look to some important vocabulary which you have to check in page 137. And we're gonna categorize the next word. So we have what qualities do creative people usually have? Complete the chart with the correct nouns or adjectives. So now we're gonna convert them from the noun to the adjective. So that's something easy. So you will see now, and let's gonna try. Well, give you imagine or stop the video in this site at this moment. Stop the video and try to find out the adjective or the noun which corresponds to each other. All right, guys. So here we have the conversion from noun, adjective, or vice versa. So we have the first line, curiosity. We have curious. Decisiveness, decisive. Determination, determinated. And discipline, disciplined, disciplined. Innovation, innovate. Knowledge, knowledgeable. Motivation, motivated. Sorry, I have a typo there. It's originality. I omitted the letter G. Passion, passionate. Then we have patient, patient. Perceptiveness, perceptive. Resourcefulness, resourceful. So with this miscellany of words, we can make a definition of different professions. So let's gonna take some of these words to make or start making our relative clauses. For example, let's gonna take discipline. Let's gonna use discipline. All right, guys. So I took the word discipline. So military, sport athletes, sorry, are people who are very disciplined. So I'm describing discipline. So it's are they are people who are very disciplined because their major demands them to be like that. And we can say they have lots of discipline. For example, here we have the soldier. The soldier is someone who is disciplined because he has to wake up very early in the morning. The sport athletes, in this case, American soccer players, they have to do a lot of exercise to be in shape or have a good condition. So they have discipline too. What other professions have discipline? We can say firefighters, police officers in the army, some teachers too. They have to be very disciplined. And you too. Okay. So moving back to this chart, we can divide the now. We can say that these are the HAP. These are the HAPs, no? HAPs. I put the HAPs doesn't exist, but I'm referring about the HAPs or HAP, like what you have, and then the other is what you be, what you are. Simple. Remember that the adjectives describes, so if there's a description, we need to use the verb be. And this is something that we have. So now when we convert the noun that about something that we have to something that we are, we use these ones. All right? That's simple. So now that we finished this little exercise of conversion from nouns to adjectives and that stuff, we're gonna do the vocabulary plus from page 137, and we're gonna move to our grammar plus. In our grammar plus, we have the reduced relative clauses. Let's gonna read here what are, or in the examples that we have. The reduced relative clauses. You can shorten a relative clause by dropping the relative pronoun and the verb be. Someone who, that is, able to think quickly might be a good surgeon. A person who, that is, looking for adventure could be a private detective. And a person who that is trained in music might be a good DJ. Okay. In this case, there could be a reduction. You can reduce them. And remember that defining clauses, they only, or the relative pronoun that, it's only for defining clauses. You cannot use it with non-defining clauses. It's actually something that we have seen before. Now in the second line, we have you can also drop who, that, and change the verb to gerund. You remember in the unit number 4, I guess, we change and we drop out the relative pronoun and we turn it into gerund form. The gerund form is the ing, no? So this is a full relative clause. So someone who that, remember that we use who or that, needs job security might not want to be a jazz musician. Someone needing job security might not want to be a jazz musician. That's a reduction of who or that. And then finally you have in many relative clauses who or that plus the verb have can be replaced with, no? A person who that has a good voice and a person with a good voice. That's very simple. We substitute the have, this relative clause that contains the verb have. In this case, it's have, but it has because the third person. We can convert it into with. Okay, so now I want you to do this exercise on your notebook, and you'll upload it in the correct space. Upload it in the correct space, and tomorrow I'll show the answers. And don't forget doing the Grammar Plus, that's on page 120. And that'll be pretty much it for today for unit number 8, this first section. And once again, thanks for your support and watching this video. Remember that for this occasion, I want you to put and describe, and like in the Flipgrid, which professions do you consider have more creativity than others, or what professions do you think have more creativity? So post it here in the comments, and in our next Flipgrid, we're gonna be talking about this too. So I hope that you have a great evening and take care of yourselves. See you soon. Bye bye.